My tea people, what is happening? I am super excited today because I have the 2023 Jingmai Gulan. This is from Farmer Leaf, and I can say that this is one of the teas, particularly a pu'er, a Sheng, that I will recommend to first-time tea drinkers. It is really, really good. I think I had the 2019, 2020, and 2021. I know for sure I had the 2021. And so I have the 22 cake. And so I wanted to sample the 23 and the 24. And I really like this one. From my recollection, I prefer this cold brewed and hot brewed, but I prefer cooler temperatures on the hot brew. But I'm gonna brew it really hot anyway, at least for the first infusion, just to see what it does. This cold brew is not as sweet. It's not as sweet as the previous Gulans I've tasted, but it still has that really nice, strong raw pu'er flavor. Kind of smoky. No bitterness though. And my purpose in doing this was to see what the consistency of these Gulans are. This is also a blend from what I've been told. It's not just like one tree or one area. It's multiple gardens around Jingmai blended together to create this thing. So it makes sense that every year the blend may be a little different. Maybe the flavor is going to be a little different. So far, though, like I said, the ones that I've tasted, and again, I know for sure I've tasted the 2021 and 2022. The 19 and 20 is, I'm almost certain I tasted the 2020, but it's been a while. So anyway, going to warm this glass. But yeah, so far though, it does taste a little different than the last two I've had. And I forgot to bring my receptacle. All right. So based on the cold brew, I expect this first infusion to be a really strong, grassy flavor. I expect there to be some bitterness. Dry leaf is mildly sweet, a little bit of smoke. And again, that's common for these Gulans as well. Not real heavy on the nose or anything, but usually tastes really, really good. I'm gonna see if I can break this cake up just a bit. I don't think this tea is going to mind the extra rinse, especially based on that cold brew. This thing is going to be strong. There we go. It's breaking up nicely. You can already see the green, the green leaves. It's already a vibrant green. Really like that. Oh, that's different. Almost peanut butter. Man, it's almost as if my nose is a little off today or something. Because it's like I'm picking up something, but it's not like super strong. Um, and just my experience with these particular teas, the aroma isn't like super strong, but still though, it's like I'm missing something. But oh yeah, that's different. Yeah, it's almost like a dried peanut butter. Kind of nice, but again, no fruit sweetness, which is different than the Gulans I've had before. So like I said, I'm gonna do this first one pretty strong just to see what happens with it. So 30 seconds. And I'm anticipating that 30 seconds is going to be either right on time or a bit too much. And then, depending on how this goes, I may go straight to cooler temps or maybe play around a little more with steeping times. But yeah, no question, a green tea, a green leaf. Yeah, still peanut butter, but very like raw, not like sweet jiffy or anything. Like a very raw peanut butter, but not peanuts though. Very light infusion for 30 seconds. Nice, nice green color. Reset that. Let's see what we get here. Yep, it's right on time. A little bit of bitterness. Very much a green tea. But no sweetness though. If I had this sample first, if this was my very first Jingmai Gulan, I'd be like, nah, not my thing. And that's the thing that really interests me about tea, is how different years have completely different results. And that's why wine collecting and tea collecting is a thing, because man, once you find one that is really good, you want to just buy a case. You want to buy a case, you want to buy a tong, because you know that chances are you won't ever have that again. And then the economic aspect comes in too, where you're getting a discount on buying in bulk, right? But as time goes on, others who also enjoyed that particular year are going to want it again. But guess what? You'll have the whole case, and then you can sell them the cake at an inflated price, of course. Yeah, still the peanut butter, which is really interesting. I don't usually get that out of a Sheng. But yeah, no, it's a decent green tea. Doesn't blow my socks off, but it is that there is no sweetness, which is completely different than my previous experiences with Jingmai Gulans from Farmer Leaf. So the 2024 is next. So really curious. You know what? I'm gonna get my thermometer because I keep saying. I'm gonna grab it and I never grab it. And I'm gonna get this water to 50 Celsius. All right, so the ambient temperature is 25. And this water seems to be, look at that, 59 is what it measures out to. And I'm gonna do my little finger test and see what I think. Oh, so yeah, I would definitely say that is too hot. So add a little bit of that. Let's do another finger test. Let's see what I come out to. Still a bit too warm, but not too crazy. It's just coming in at right at 50 Celsius. So yeah, and that's kind of what I always figured, is that whenever I do the finger test, the water is actually cooler than what I think it is. All right, so this will be the second infusion, much cooler temps, and I'm gonna use, I'm gonna use more water than necessary. And I'm gonna let it hang out for a minute. I'm tempted to go longer, just because I want to make sure I'm giving the tea enough time to really steep, especially because I used quite a bit of water with this thing. I'm seeing some buds in there. It's definitely small to medium-sized leaves. This is coming off of bushes, or maybe a first flush from a tree or something, but no big leaves. And the liquor is a little sweet. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop it at a minute, and let's just hope that is enough time for the tea to do what it got to do. Really pretty color. Gonna let that sort of drain. All right. Let's see what's going on with the aroma here. Yeah, it's pretty much dissipated now. I don't really get much on the nose. So again, color, fairly light. Clean brew. See a little bit of particulate matter, but not a whole lot. And see some little fuzzies in there that is typical of any tea. Yeah, so this is definitely closer to the cold brew, and I do enjoy this with cooler temps. But it's missing the fruit sweetness that I'm used to getting from the Jingmai Gulan. So yeah, man, it just goes to show you like the year matters. The year matters. My favorite wine to this day, I'm not a big wine drinker, is Petit Petit 2014. And guess what? Can't find 2014 Petit Petit. Can't find it. I did see it online once a couple years ago, and it was selling for 100 and change a bottle. And this was a wine that I had bought in 2016 for like $25. And all of the Petit Petits that I've tasted since then were not as good. Not as good. The 2016, 2017, 2018. And then I think, I tried the 2019. And I think after that, I kind of just gave up. And I was like, unless, but, I think it's what you have to do is you have to just keep testing until that year comes back around again. And yeah, I mean, you have to sincerely consider buying the case, because it's like, if I had 2014 Petit Petit, there's no need for me to have any other wine ever. Maybe there's a white wine that I like to cook with or something like that. But as far as like drinking wine, no. The 2014 Petit Petit is good enough. I wouldn't need anything else. And because I've tasted that wine, I am certain that I'm not the only one that feels that way. You know what I mean? And that's kind of how the game goes. So I'm going to say that, the other thing too, I didn't look at the price of this particular 2023 Gulan, but it's usually the more expensive of the teas at Farmer Leaf. So yeah, I don't. This one for me, it's not worth it, because it is a decent green tea, but that's all it is. Yeah, and there's no bitterness or anything like that on the cooler temps. And again, it is a decent green tea. And I say that because, if you go to Starbucks and you order like a green tea with no sugar, it's better than that, but it has the same flavor profile, right? It's just a green tea. That's all it is. Nothing special. But not bad. I mean, it's definitely better than green tea at Starbucks, no question. I'm going to go ahead and hit this pretty hard, and just for the heck of it. Yeah, I don't know if it's because I have become so spoiled with tea that I just like I'm sitting here thinking to myself whether or not I'm going to keep this, and whether or not I'm going to continue drinking through this session. I mean, cold brew is okay, and the hot brew is not terrible, but I kind of feel like I'm no better off just drinking water. There's something to be said about the health benefits, of course, of green tea, for sure. Which reminds me, I gotta take my vitamins today. But yeah, I've just gotten to the point now where it's like I have like I have my favorite teas that I really like, and they actually taste like really, really good. You know, I mean, like there's a few that, man, more than a few actually, that when I taste them, it is orgasmic. You know, it is. It's like it's just that thing that happens when you taste something really good. It's like, oh my god, so good, you know. And so yeah, it's like, you know, if you can drink only that and have only that every single time, like why would you even deal with you know, just fine, right? Yeah. The hot brew, you know, it's really no different than the cold brew. It's just it's a decent green tea, not terrible. I'm trying to see if maybe I'm feeling something. Um, Typically with these Shengs, you can get something of a body high or a head high. I don't think I've ever felt anything with the Jingmai Gulan as far as like real potent caffeinated strength or anything. Maybe it's a creeper and I'll feel it later when I turn the camera off. That happens sometimes. Um, but doesn't seem like there's anything happening. It again it's decent green tea, but it's it's not it's not anything special, and I say that with a capital not. Mm. Hopefully 2014 is better. If it's not, then that just gives me even more reason to consider like getting a whole tong of the 2022, because that one is really good, and and the 21 was really good as well. But I think the 21 is not even available anymore unless there's someone out there that's stashing some. Anyway, that's it for me to you. I'll holla.